Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another girl talk. Get ready with me. Excuse my voice, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. I don't know what happened. I had like a day, I think it's honestly allergies. It's been rough and it's also about to rain, so hopefully it doesn't thunder and hopefully it doesn't change the lighting too much, but we're just gonna make it work because we've got to. So in today's Girl Talk Get Ready with me, everything is going to be listed down below like always. These videos I don't really aren't like a makeup tutorial. It's literally just me chit chat and getting ready with you guys and telling you a story. So today is a little bit lighter of a note than my last video or my last Girl Talk. This is going to be the story on how Scott and I met. So yeah, I'm excited to tell you guys this story. I don't think I've ever mentioned really much of it at all. Honestly, I feel like I kind of did in a video on my vlog channel a while ago, but I don't have that channel anymore. I believe it's still up, but I don't know how much longer that's gonna be. YouTube's weird nowadays, but anywho, let's get into it. I'm gonna starting with the products that I have on my face, my skincare. Let me grab those and tell you what those are real quick. Alrighty, so I washed my face, obviously. I think I used my calendula cleanser from Kiehl's, and then I went in with my SK2, my Essence. I've been using this more often. I feel like it was a product that I used to use all the time, and then I just kind of stopped doing it. So I started with the Essence, and I like to keep the Essence a little bit still damp on my face when I apply my Ordinary Serum. You guys know I'm almost halfway through this guy again. I'm obsessed with this product. This is the hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. It's just really hydrating, really nice, and I feel like it kind of hides some of the fine lines that I will see if I'm not super hydrated, so love this. I like to apply it when there is still some dampness on my face, whether it be water or whether it be the Essence. I feel like it just locks everything into place a little bit more. It does kind of give you like this weird white cast at first, but it sinks in and you're fine. Then I went in with my vitamin C serum. I've honestly been loving this thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, this thing goes in and out of like insane darkness, this spot that I have here, and honestly feel like this has been working to help with it. I am almost out of it. I've gone through, this is my second bottle. This is the Lancome 5% vitamin C. It's good stuff. I just really target it on my dark spots. But I mean, I do rub it all over your face because vitamin C is good for your entire skin. Then my moisturizer is the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I've been liking this. It's kind of a jelly sort of consistency, but it's super hydrating. It's almost borderline too thick for summertime, but I'm still enjoying it nonetheless because it's not so hot here yet, and I think I'll use it up before it gets too hot. And then for eye cream, Kiehl's Avocado Eye Cream, creamy, whatever it is. Stuff's awesome. It's good. A tip for it, one of my viewers told me, is to warm it up between your fingers and then apply it. It goes in super smooth, and I just think it's a great eye cream. So that's what we're working on for the base level. I'm gonna go into my primer. All right, so let's talk how Scott and I met. Scott is my fiance now, and I'm not wearing my ring. I don't wear any jewelry really when I do these get ready with me videos because I don't want makeup in my ring. But anywho, we met, honestly, 4th of July of 2018? 19? Oh gosh. Now I don't remember. 19? 18. 2018. Yes, 2018. We met 4th of July, I'm pretty sure 2018, right? Yeah, anyways. Okay, it was 2018. So we met on Bumble. Yes, I know. And the story I'm gonna tell you, let me preface this by saying, like, I was thinking about, or I was telling Scott I was gonna do this video, and I was thinking about how, like, if I were giving advice to somebody about dating apps, I would not follow my own advice. Like, I was not good. But anyhow, I had used dating apps a lot. I mean, you guys know I moved a ton. I use dating apps in Japan. I use dating apps in Florida. I just did, and I never really had a bad problem with them at all. I've had actually amazing experiences, not one like date where I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. So if you're scared of them, try them out. They're not bad. I honestly had fun with them and met some really cool people. So anyways, we met on Bumble, which I had never used before. So Yeah, I was on Bumble and saw Scott, and he was super cute, obviously. And yeah, girls have to message the guy first or else the conversation won't start. So it's very different because Tinder was not like that. That's what I always used before. I know. Say what you want, but I honestly feel like you get what you put into it, and just put normal photos. Photos that truly represent yourself. Like normal photos. I didn't put like bikini photo. I did not put any of that out there. Like no, I didn't want to attract that. So I didn't put that. I tried to remain classy, okay? But anyways, you pick whatever you want, but understand that like what you pick is what you attract, if that makes sense. So I don't think dating apps are bad, but I also feel like be smart when you're picking your photos, and don't, you know, also don't like pick guys that are shirtless. Clearly they're there for, you know, the dirty. So anywho, if that's what you're going for, cool, do you. But that's not what I was trying to do. So anyways, I see him on Bumble. I think he's super, super cute. He was my first, like, person that I really talked to on, but my first Bumble date. I talked to other people on Bumble, but my first Bumble date. So anyways, I messaged him, and I'm not clever, and I don't do like cute, like, I don't know, you're supposed to do like a pickup line or whatever. I'm not that clever, so I was just like, hey, how's it going? How was your day today? Like, super lame, right? And he messaged back when I was actually out walking Winnie, and he was like, oh yeah, my day was good, blah, blah, blah. And he said he was out at the gym, and I was like, ew. I honestly, I mean, I'm open with you guys now. I love to work out and do all that, but back then I was like, no. And the last thing I wanted to date was some guy who was like super obsessed with his body and like at the gym like 7 days a week and only ate chicken, rice, and broccoli. I don't know, I was super close-minded. But anyways, which now I don't care about that, and I'm all about that. But my view on life was different back then. So anywho, yeah, he was like, I'm at the gym, da 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 da. And we were talking kind of, I don't remember what day of the week we first started talking, but we were talking for a little while on the app, and it was before 4th of July. I know that because that was our first date. So anyways, I had to go back to New York. My aunt had passed in February, but was, her service was in July, the beginning of July. So, or maybe end of June, I can't remember exactly, but that was just like what worked best for the whole family. So that's when we did her service, and I went home. So I remember being like, him asking me if I wanted to do something, and I was like, hey, actually I'm like headed out of town now, but I'll be back on the 4th of July. Because fun fact, in New York, on my dad's lake, we live on Canisius Lake, we celebrate the 3rd of July and not the 4th of July. So that's that. So I flew back on the 4th, which was like cheaper, and we had a date. So I flew out at 6 a.m., which sucked, but it is what it is. And we're doing that again this year. But anywho, side story. So he asks me if I want to have our first date on 4th of July when I get back from town. And I was like, or back in town. And I was like, okay, sure. So we're like talking a little bit on and off. I don't even think we had exchanged real phone numbers at that point. We never talked on the phone, and we never FaceTimed. So I had no idea what he actually looked like, which is like ding, 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 you know? So that was weird. not good advice. Don't listen to me on that. And then, anyways, so what was I saying? So we planned to meet on 4th of July. I don't even think I definitely didn't even tell him I was there for my aunt's funeral. Like, we weren't like close like that at all. And I wasn't like, I don't know, we just weren't, and it wasn't a thing. So 4th of July comes, I fly back at 6 o'clock in the morning. I arrive at like literally like 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe 9, I don't remember. And my friend comes to drop Winnie off because she was watching Winnie while I was gone. And when I go out to meet her in the parking garage, I completely forgot my key fob and locked myself into the parking garage. This parking garage, I don't even know how it's legal, because you cannot get out of the parking garage at all. Like, you just can't get out. Like, you can't get into your apartment and you can't get out. And for some reason, it was 4th of July, early in the morning, and no one was around. And I was like, oh my God, this is awful. Like, how am I going to get back into my house? I have a date in like 2 hours. I was like freaking out. And so we were like looking all around, trying to bust down doors to get in. I think I went all the way up the parking garage and remembered that people like bust in the top door because that's where all the guest parking is. And if you know, you know, like they just would push it so hard so that no one had to go up to get them. But anyways, so I finally get in, thank God. I get ready because I was about to cancel the date because honestly I was like, I'm never gonna find my way back into this apartment. I'm not gonna have time and yada, yada, yada. So anyways, I get in and I finally get ready or whatever. I just wore like something super basic, but I wore like a t-shirt dress, I think. But he was like, bring like 3 outfits. And I was like, say what? Well, he basically was like, we're gonna go grab some lunch and then we're gonna go to a pool party with my friends and then we're gonna go to the fairgrounds to watch fireworks and go to the carnival thing. And I was like, oh, okay, like this is another thing. Why, like, I don't know why I thought it was completely normal. I mean, I remember him being so freaking cute, so I didn't care. But I was like, why is he planning like this entire day? Like, what if we don't get along at all? I guess I could have just left, but anyways, so that was the plan. So I'm like, you know, we're just doing everything all in one. But my thought was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get a chance to meet his friends, so I'm not gonna be alone with him. We're going out to lunch, so it's gonna be like a public place situation. So okay, we're okay, we're good, we'll do that. So anyways, I meet him at his place, and I was living in like Addison at that point, so it was about 20 minutes from uptown. So I met him there instead of having him pick me up. But he had just got his Hummer, like he has a super old Hummer that was his dad's and now it's his. And he was like, I really want to ride this. He like put the American flag on the back. He was being all patriotic. He was like, do you want to ride with me in it? And I remember being like, oh gosh, I didn't want to do that. But anyways, regardless, I go to his house. I'm like pulling up, I'm lost. The first time we talk on the phone is when I'm like, I have no idea where I am, I'm lost. Like, he's like, okay, I'll come out to the road and I'll like try to find you. And I remember like seeing him on the road and being like, oh my God, he's so cute. He was so freaking cute. I mean, he's still super freaking cute, but he was so different than really any of the other guys that I had dated, in the sense of like, he's like, I don't want to say this in a bad way or a mean way or by any means, but he's like a pretty boy. Like, he's like really freaking cute and like very like clean cut. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like the guys that I dated in the past are just like not as clean cut. Like, they're not dirty by any means, but they're like his hair was so like short. I don't think I dated a guy with like short hair in a very long time, like at all. And he was like in a crisp white t-shirt that was like new and fit him really well. And like, I just remember being like, wow, he's so gorgeous. And anyway, so I park. We don't go into his house at all because I'm like, no. And so he shows me, because he had just like finished cleaning. I don't know. We were talking about the Hummer or whatever. And little did I know it was going to be the bane of my existence. Just kidding. I love it. It's fine. But anyways, so he's like, we're going to go grab Mi Cocina for lunch. Are you cool with that? And I was like, yeah, that sounds really good. So we went to West Village and had Mi Cocina, which is just a Mexican restaurant here. And then we were going to go to a pool party and with some of his friends and whatnot. And so we went to like Whole Foods and grabbed some beers and snacks and whatever. And then I was riding with him at that point because Mi Cocina is like really hard to find parking in West Village. So we did ride together. But anyways, so we went out to lunch. Conversation was really, really good. We go to the pool party. It was fun. I'd had a couple to drink, of course. I did. Yes, I don't also recommend drinking too much on your first date. You know, it is what it is. Hindsight is 20/20, right? So anyways, I didn't get like later than I did. Okay, anyways, it is what it is. This is true life story time, okay? So anyways, we go to the pool party. It was cool. Like a bunch of his friends were there, probably like 6 couples or whatnot. Met everybody, had some drinks, and I remember being like, wow, this guy is so freaking perfect. Like, he's got really cool friends. He seems put together. He's like a really good conversation. And then I saw that tattoo. Okay, it's bad. It's bad, you guys. I remember just being like, okay, he's too good to be true, but he also is like borderline frat guy. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think he was definitely, he was not in a frat, but he was borderline kind of like frat boy vibes that he was giving me. And then when I saw his tattoo, I was like, oh no, this is terrible. He has like one of those, you know, those stars that are like I'll show you a picture, okay? And then it had the Florida, like, or the Texas, like, state flag, and it was bad. It was bad, bad, bad. And I remember being like, we all make mistakes in our life, don't we? Like, and I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, okay. Because we got on the conversation, I think he saw my tattoo, and then we started talking about tattoos, and he's like, he made a joke about it. And then I was like, okay, so at least he doesn't think it's like a really cool tattoo. And he's just like, you know, I don't know. I was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. I can look past it. I'm not that vain. But I was also like, this is funny. And I feel like when you're on a first date, you get caught up in like all the good stuff, but you also have to like see some different things. I don't know. And anyways, so I was like, this is interesting, but we're gonna move past it. So we have fun, we're at the pool party, yada, yada, yada. And then we're like, we go back up to the person's apartment that we were there with and get changed to go to the fair. So, yeah, we go to the state fair, and it was a lot of fun, like so much fun. I mean, we just had such a good night. It was really casual, and it was like not super datey because we were with friends the whole time. And yeah, it was really cute. So went to the fair, watched the fireworks, rode on a couple of rides. We actually watched the fireworks from the top of the Hummer, which was really cute, super sweet, you know, just romantical style. And yeah, I really, really liked him. And so great first date. We go back to his place, and then I head home because I had driven to his place. So after that night, we had, I think, it was like a little while, and we went on a couple more dates. Nothing super, super serious or anything like that. I think they were mostly pretty casual dating encounters, nothing insanely exciting after that. We went a couple places like Statler. I don't know, he showed me some really cool places in Dallas. That's kind of a blur, to be honest with you. I don't remember much of that. But then probably 2-3 weeks after our first date, yeah, like I said, we went on a couple more, and then he was going on a trip to Colorado to visit one of his college friends, Bodie, and yeah, he was going to Colorado. And so I knew about that, and I knew he was going to be gone for a long weekend or whatever, and during that time I didn't hear from him, like, at all. Not a single word the whole weekend, right? And so I remember like telling my friends from work, I was like, oh, I just don't know. Like, I feel like he, like I said, he's just kind of like not ready to like settle down, and like not settled down. Not that I was looking, like, I wanted a commitment though. I wasn't trying to like just date around. I've just never been one of those people. I wish that I was one of those people more. But anyways, it just wasn't at that point. I wanted something a little bit more serious. And he didn't text me the whole time he was gone, like I said. And then on Sunday night, he sent me a text being like, hey, like, oh, I had so much fun in Colorado. I would love to see you tomorrow night if you are free. And I was really upset. And I sent him a text being like, not upset, I was just being petty, I'm not gonna lie. I sent him a text being like, hey, listen, you know, I'm glad you had a lot of fun. I think I'm looking for something a little more serious than what you're looking for right now. Like, I don't know. I just didn't expect when you went on vacation that you were just gonna ghost me. And at this point I had no idea. Like, I didn't know who he was going to Colorado with. I didn't know, we weren't exclusive. Like, I had no idea. And so the last thing I knew is like, you know, I didn't know if he was like there with a girl and just didn't want to text me, you know, because he was with a girl. Like, I had no idea, and I had strong feelings, so I wanted to cut that off before like I got played, you know. So that's my response to him. I was like, hey, listen, like, you know, had a really great time, it's good to know you, good to meet you, but I'm looking for something a little more serious than it seems like you are. Like, I just didn't expect to just like not talk to you for like 5 days after we had been, you know, dating for the past couple weeks. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, he's like, I didn't know, you didn't really text me either. And I was like, yeah, I know, like, it is what it is, not a big deal. I just, you know, I'm looking for something a little bit more, I think. And he was like, oh, okay, understood, you know, whatever. And so we went our separate ways. Like, I just didn't want to go down that route. And so went our separate ways, and hold on. I love this stuff. So we went our separate ways, and then I found out I was moving to California for a job. Sorry, the camera shut off on me. I hope I'm not like clearing my throat a bunch during this video because I'm like not feeling the greatest, but I don't know, I feel like it's something you don't realize until after you watch back and you're like, wow, that was really annoying, but y'all will tell me because there's some of you that just don't hold back and tell me all my annoying habits that you notice about me. Love you for that. Anyways, so I tell him that, and I post a picture saying that I'm moving to California. He sends me a message in my DMs, not even text, okay? Jerk. But anyways, sends me a message and is like, oh my God, I didn't know you were, this was probably like a week and a half later. Not kidding, maybe 2 weeks. And I find out I'm moving to California. He sends me a DM and is like, hey, oh my God, like I didn't know you were moving. I didn't even know that was a thing. And I was like, yep, I'm moving. And he was like, I would love to see you before you leave. And I was like, okay, fine. And so I think we went on like 3 more dates. And I really did like him, and I was sad that I was leaving, and it was hard. We reconnected, and he was just like, listen, like I didn't mean to like ghost you or whatever. I didn't know how serious you were, how serious I was. I was just like having a guy's weekend. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like I was intentionally doing anything wrong or doing anything to like, you know, say I wasn't serious about this. And it is what it is. I was just like, listen, like I'm just not somebody who just like messes around, and like that's just not who I am. So I just wanted to make it really clear with you that that's not who I am. So anyways, I moved to California. We talk a little bit, but nothing crazy. And honestly, I just at that point was like, this just isn't gonna work because we're long distance. And he like made some comments like, oh, I could always move to California. Like with his job, there's an office there. And I was just like, nah, like, I don't know. I was just doing my thing, whatever. And so then we just like fell out of touch for probably like 6 months. We didn't talk to each other, maybe more, 6, 7 months. I don't remember. In like February, I left in August. We started talking again in February. So I texted him randomly out of the blue and was like, I found out I was going to Vegas for a work convention, and he had mentioned in the past that he loved Vegas, and I was like, oh, I've never been. And he was like, oh my God, it's so much fun. We should go sometime, da 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 da. There's really good shows and food. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. And so then when I found out I was going to Vegas, we hadn't talked in like I said, 6 or 7 months. And I randomly just sent him a text and was like, hey, I have a work, I know this is a long shot, but I have a work convention in Vegas in June. It was February. I was like, these are the dates. Do you maybe want to meet after the convention, and we can explore Vegas for like a long weekend? And he was like, okay. So we started talking again, like full on talk, like every single day, text all day, yada, yada, yada. And so we had this trip planned for June, but before then, it was, like I said, it was February when we started talking again. Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and he's like, why don't you come to Texas for Cinco de Mayo? And I was like, okay, sure, why not? So, because June was like a far way away. And so I got a ticket and came here. He had just bought the place that we're living in now, April 19th. And so he was like, you can see my new place and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay. So I came for Cinco de Mayo, like a weekend situation. It was a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun. And that's when I realized like, oh my God, I like this guy a lot. Like this is serious. Like he's awesome. He's perfect. I am really sad that I don't live in Dallas anymore. And so whatever that happens, I go back home. We meet in Vegas in June and have literally the best time ever. Went to a bunch of shows, ate a bunch of amazing food, went to the spa, went to the pool, just had an awesome time. And then we planned another trip. He came out to California, and we went on a weekend-long trip to Joshua Tree. So we rode from California to West Palm and rented an awesome Airbnb out there and hiked all day. It was so much fun. It was just a really cool trip. And then I remember him being like at that point, like, you should, you know, really think about moving to Dallas, or I should really think about moving to California. And I was like, you just bought a house. Like, I would hate to like make you move when you literally just bought a house. And so I was like, I don't know, I'll think about it, yada, yada, yada. Literally about to die, and it keeps shutting off on me because I'm talking too much. Ugh, the door. But anyways, so he has a work trip actually in Brea, which is like about an hour from, not even 45 minutes, 40 minutes from where I'm at. And so he has a business trip there, and he has like, I don't know, through Wednesday, and then after that we were gonna do a huge car ride trip up to San Jose where his brother lives. So we did the whole coastline trip. It was amazing. Stayed in Carmel by the sea. It was just awesome. It was so much fun. So we did that like little week trip up there, and then he left, and at that point I was like, you know, we had made the decision that I was going to move back to Dallas. So my lease was up in August, and so that's when I was like, okay, I'll move back in August. So we had made that decision, and it was July time, or maybe, yeah, it was July time, I think. And so maybe end of June, beginning of July, not certain. Yeah, end of June. It was end of June, actually. And so we made that trip up, met his family, yada, 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 drove back down. And like I said, made the decision, told work, started packing. And then it was like, he was supposed to come that Friday to help me move. We were driving my U-Haul back to Dallas. I had packed everything up already. And then the weekend before, my friends were like, hey, let's go out and grab a drink and, you know, celebrate you moving, you know, leaving, whatever. And I just had this weird feeling, like, I was like, I don't know, like, I honestly feel like I'm pregnant. And like, I'm gonna be clear with you on this, because my last pregnancy video on my old channel got a lot of hate, and I get it. We were adults, we made the decisions that we made, and at the point, we weren't trying, but we were not trying not to very hard. We were not trying not to very, very hard. And so, yeah, like I said, we had met before, and we just felt coming back together like it was perfect, and we're really in love. And so anyways, made the decision to move back, and then on Tuesday, I found out on Saturday, I took a pregnancy test, found out I was pregnant, which changed my entire life. And like, thinking back to that moment of me like in the bathroom crying and realizing my whole life was going to change, but for the most amazing little baby in the entire world. But anyways, I'm gonna cry. And reconnected with my mom. Like, just so much good stuff happened out of that. But anyways, he was supposed to come on a Friday to help me move, came on a Tuesday to help me work through everything, because I was feeling so sick, and I, you know, obviously couldn't lift a ton and pack everything up by myself. So he helped me with all of that. And then we drove to Texas, and the rest is history. So that is our story. That is how we met. It's a weird one. It's funny. I would not give any of the advice that I followed in terms of like how we met, dating online, the steps that I took in terms of like getting in a car with him and whatnot. Don't do that. But this is advice in the sense of like, it's okay to meet people on dating apps. There's nothing shameful about it at all. You know, I still get a chuckle when somebody asks like, oh, how'd you guys meet? And we're like, Bumble, you know, it is what it is. There's a good chance we would have never met if it wasn't for that. So anyways, if you're new to a city, or like, let's say you just got out of a terrible breakup and all of your friends are friends with that person and you just kind of need a new start, I think a dating app is a really cool way to do that. So anyways, that is my story on how we met. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the finalized makeup look that I wear every single day. I do put a little bit of eyeshadow as liner now, which I think helps my eyes pop a little bit more, and I've really been enjoying it. So, oh, before I go, let me know in the comments down below what the next topic will be that you guys want to hear about. So I did my why I left Japan, the dog situation, and then now how we met. So if there's another story time sort of situation that you want to see next, leave suggestions, comments, questions, all of that in the comments down below, and I'll see you later. Bye.